I've been thinking about the meaning of marriage or the pursuit of marriage. And like I say in one of my videos, I was married before for 20 years approx. And then I was in a relationship for almost 6 years. And I learned a lot about the experience of being in a marriage and having a family, of course. But I just realized that there's a lot of things that I thought I knew, or I thought it was like enough reasons for me to be in a marriage. And I know I'm sound a little crazy, but just please follow me. um, One of the things that I've been thinking a lot is about what exactly means to pursue a marriage. What exactly the reasons should be for a person to wanting to be in a marriage, in a union, okay, divine union even. What is the motivation? What is the right motivation? What is the right idea that we have to have in order for the marriage to last and to be actually the way it should be, you know? Obviously, it doesn't have to be perfect, because nothing is perfect. Just it is what it is. There's nothing perfect in this life, because the way I understand this, making a little pause, the way I understand this sentence about saying nothing is perfect in this life, and it's almost the same as I understand the word ignorance. To me, everybody's ignorance about something, right? We all are ignorant because we don't know everything about everything. We are ignorant in some things, and we may have knowledge in others, but we don't know everything. We don't know the absolute truth, right? So in some way, we are all ignorance. So I don't say this word as an offense, and I don't see it as an offense. I see it as a truth, because nobody has the absolute truth, the absolute knowledge. We constantly learning from the day we are born to the day we die. We always learning, constantly learning. So we gonna die ignorant in some subjects, right? Because it's just too much things in the world that nobody can know everything about everything. And nothing is perfect. To me, is just the same. Nothing can be perfect, because you always gonna learn more and more and more, you know. And being perfectionist is not good neither. But there's a lot of people, me including, that we sometimes we do things, and we're not just like comfortable with the results. So we keep adding or changing or whatever to the things that we do, because we feel like it's not good enough, right? And so we try to be perfectionists, not understanding that there is nothing perfect, because everything in this life has the opportunity to transform, to change, right? Everything can be changed and transformed. It's not a final decision, if you know what I mean, on anything. Even a good dish, you can transform it or change it by adding or taking some ingredients from it, right? Or to it. And like a drawing, you in my case, I draw something and I keep looking at it, and sometimes I don't feel like it's good enough, and I try to put some things, erase some things, and modify it, and sometimes I just not happy with the results, right? And there's no way that that drawing can be perfect, because as long as there's room for you to add or take out, it's never gonna be perfect. So it's always been gonna be transformed or change. There's always opportunity to transform or change something. So marriage is one thing that there is always room for change and transform in a relationship. But there is I guess some rules, ideas, or whatever things that you should have to follow in order to have a successful partnership, a successful marriage, right? So I was thinking, usually we when we think about having a partner or a husband, a wife, whatever, what are you looking for? Are you looking as a man to have a wife, a home, and kids? Is your goal all that, or is your goal to be a husband too? Is your goal to be somebody, or just have something? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, we go into marriage romanticizing the idea of something, but most of the cases we don't think it through it as a whole. Like, for example, girls, we can think like, oh, I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to have this, I want to have that, and you're thinking about you being a wife, right? But sometimes thinking too much about being a wife make us be selfish. So we go in a marriage with the mentality that what we want from the marriage, right? What we want from the marriage, because we wanna play a role, a wifey role, right? But we're not true to ourselves exactly. Why is the reason you want to be a wife? What you want to bring to the table? Why you want to play this role? Exactly what is the main reasons, right? And now, is your husband want to be a husband, or he just want a trophy wife, or he just want a family because of status, or because society says so, or because it's the right thing to do, because your family, you know what I'm saying? Most of the times we don't think through it. We don't think it through it for real. We trying just to play a role and conform with the norm, with whatever programming you have from your family or whoever, you know. So what is actually the goal to get married? It is because God says so? It is because your family says? It is because you actually wanted to? Why you want a wife for? why you want a kid, what are your goals? You know what I'm saying? Is your partner sharing the same goals as you? Or is your partner just seeing you as a wallet full of money, as a somebody to have sex with, as a somebody that can take care of you, or to give you company? What is exactly what moves somebody to get in a relationship with another human being, right? Now, there's a lot of people that say that the best way to make a marriage work is actually by building a friendship, right? A trust-worthy relationship with your best friend. That is the best way to go to in order to get a successful marriage. And it is true. It is true. But sometimes you have probably your best friend and you have a good relationship with this person and everything, but it's still that person's mind matching your goals, matching your wants, you know, your desires, if that person want to be a husband actually, or he just is following this norm, and because you are the friend is the best way to go. Or are you actually want a husband, or you want somebody to take care of you and pay your bills, your nails, your hair, and have kids because your friends girlfriends have kids too, and you cannot do it otherwise? You have to be the same because the norm of society says so, you know. And you marry this man because he have money, even though you probably don't love him or you barely can stand him, but he have money and he can take care of you because he looks good, because you both look good in your Instagram, your Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of people that don't really think it through it and see what is the real meaning of you wanting to be married with somebody. Do you actually are not just compatible with this person, but are your goals matching that person's goals? Are you in the same page? Do you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm not tripping and you follow what I'm trying to say. But after being married for 20 years and then having a relationship, being in a relationship for almost 6 years, I've been thinking about it lately, about exactly why people decide to be in a partnership with another people. And sometimes, even though you find the right person to be with, we let external sources to influence in your relationships. You know, that's another thing that I've been thinking a lot, like how marriages and relationships are broken by external sources, external influences, family, friends, co-workers, envious people, gossiping, jealousy, greed, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why external people come into a union to separate them, because sometimes you do find your person, sometimes you do find the person that match your goals or your mentality, or at least you think so, right? And when you think you find the right person, other people envious come and separate you from it in whatever way, right? Sometimes it's by influence, like talking in your ear, or being a bad influence. How many times friends that are jealous of a man because these men have the right wifey, or the beautiful wifey, or the perfect wifey, whatever, and they just don't have that, and know that they cannot have that, and they're jealous of these men. And what they do, they're bad influence to these men. They just start talking in his ear, or inviting him to parties, putting alcohol, drugs, and all kind of shit to have bad influence, to make this man stay away from his union, from his relationship, from his marriage, and causing problems within these two people, just because these men are jealous, you know, because men are jealous of the woman that these men have, and they want to destroy the things that they cannot have. And sometimes even putting other girls in their eyes, right? Making feel like you're not a man if you don't cheat on your wife, or you're not a man if you have more than one wife, one woman, right? Because that makes you man, to experience more than one woman make you macho. And it goes the other way too with girls. How many girls are jealous of their girlfriend that has the beautiful man in the house, that does everything for them, that they're good lovers, good fathers, good partners, good friends, and what they do? How many girls making these men fall and have sex with the friends of the wife, using lust and a lot of tactics out of jealousy, to make this woman to be sad and lose the one thing that was good for them, because these bitches cannot have that, right? Or family friends, even family members, I mean. It's nowadays the world is fucked up. People don't take nothing seriously. People don't commit and honor their relationship. There's no loyalty. People don't think through it. What they doing? Why they are in a relationship? They are in a relationship in the first place. And if you're not sure to stay in that relationship, why you don't just walk away? Why people had to cheat on people, you know? And I mean, I'm not saying that I am perfect. I was in that place. I did that, you know? And that's why I'm talking about it, because I learned like that is not good. You know, in my past when I did all these mistakes, I learned that is not good. And I was like, I don't even understand what I did what I did. Like what I learned from it. And it is exactly that. Think before you hurt somebody. Think before you create a reality that then you cannot escape from it, you know, when it's too late. And you can hurt somebody, you can even hurt yourself in the process. And that's exactly what I learned. Like, people, we don't think why we get into a marriage in the first place. People don't exactly think what we want from it. We just go because that guy is so cute. I like it. I have with good chemical, or it's good attraction, or we share the same things, or the wallet looks nice. I mean, we don't really think about it. We just go for it, and then things are not like we want it. And sometimes it's not us, sometimes it's the other person, right? That don't know what to do. Is already married to you, and now they don't know what to do, and they already met another person, or they just don't want to settle, right? But don't want to let you go neither, so they cheat. So why you were in the relationship in the first place? Were you sure about what you were doing? Were you sure about your feelings? Were you running away from your feelings? Were you running away from commitment because lack of self-love, of self-respect, because of lust? Honestly, I think that people, when people cheat, and I'm talking about myself, is the problem is in ourselves. Because I can tell many excuses the why I cheated in the past, right? I can give all the excuses in the world to justify my actions. But to be honest, the main reason and the only real reason why I cheated was because of my own insecurities, my lack of self-worth and self-love. Because I didn't respect myself, I didn't respect my body, I didn't respect me as a woman, a married woman. Forget about my ex-husband, forget about whatever I can say that leads me to that. That doesn't matter. See, whatever this person did or not did, it doesn't matter, because at the end it was my decision to fuck it up. Even if this person cheated on me a zillion times, I still had the decision to do it or not do it, right? And I decided to do it. And whatever the other person do is no excuse for you to behave the way that you behave. And cheating is no good, and it's not good not just for the other person or your family, your kids, or society, or family. No, it's you, the one that you're cheating on. You are cheating on yourself. You are putting yourself in a position that you're telling the rest of the world that's what you think about yourself. That's the position where you see your worth, because you are insecure, because you don't love yourself, because you don't recognize who you are. And that is exactly the reason. There's no excuses. There is no justify to be a cheater. There's not. You can tell to yourself whatever to justify your actions, but the reality is that you cheat on yourself. You cheat your spot out of a good thing because your insecurities, your lack of love, self-love, and self-worth. It's nobody's fault. There's no excuses. If your partner bitch a lot, or don't give you no sex, or don't treat you like you wanted to be treated, walk away or talk about it. Because sometimes we as a wife or husband, We don't know what is the problem if you don't talk about it, right? If you probably would love to have more intimacy, how we can know if you don't talk about it, right? If you wish to be more open, like be friends and be hurt by your partner, and you want your partner to be open, their heart to your needs or whatever, you have to communicate and let your partner know what are your needs, what is the things that you would like to have from that person. But if you never talk and you just justify that because the lack of this or the lack of that or the excess of something make you cheat, you're cheating on yourself. You're not cheating on the person, you're cheating on yourself. You're putting yourself in a place where you don't see your own worth. You don't feel capable to be faithful because you don't feel good enough. You know what I'm saying? So this world has lost a lot of thinking when it comes to relationships, either marriage or just, a regular relationship. People cheat. People don't take nothing seriously. People jump from one relationship to another one without healing, without understanding what went wrong, so you can learn and not make the same mistakes. And then you go in another relationship and you don't even know why you are in another relationship. Do you want to be a husband? Do you really want a family? Or you just trying to make another person jealous to see that they lost you, when in reality you are the one that lost. I've been really thinking about this a lot, how this world needs more awareness about relationships. But everything starts with the self-worth, the self-love. Because all these people that jump from relationship to relationship, from bed to bed, people that cheat, people that don't take nothing seriously, that they want just a marriage for status or for money, or because you look good on Facebook together, or because haha, I steal the boyfriend or the husband from this bitch. That's your goal? That is your reason why you get in a relationship? Is that what's gonna make you happy? You're failing. You starting already with a big L, with that mentality. And that's why marriages don't last. That's why relationships don't last. Because we don't put a thought on it. We don't see our self-worth or self-love. We don't respect ourselves. We just want something. We get it, and then what are we gonna do with it? And then you don't heal. You have relationship after relationship, marriage after marriage, and you don't really heal. You don't really find the main reason why your relationship didn't work in the first place. So probably your next relationship is not gonna work neither. Because a lot of people also have a lot of lack of accountability. So they never gonna accept their own wrongs. So the next relationship is gonna fail. Right? So when you go with the wrong reason into a relationship, your relationship is not gonna work. Because you get there with the wrong reasons in the first place. Are you true to yourself? Are you in love? That's what you want? Does that make you happy? Do you feel whole? Or are you lying to yourself for the wrong reasons? Think about it. The world needs to start thinking about it. It will be a big change if really women, men, were more thoughtful about the reasons why they get in a relationship with somebody. What are the reasons? Do you exactly know what you're doing? Is that what you want? Why you cheat? What are your insecurities that take you to cheat? What is the problem that you need to heal inside of you? You're lying on yourself. You're running away from your feelings. Think about it. I think it's a subject that we all should be think for real, because it's a lot of main reasons why the world live in despair a lot, because everything is superficial. Nothing comes from the heart anymore. We block our hearts. We run away from our own happiness because the world is superficial, and we forgot to listen to our heart. Thank you for watching. God bless you. I love you all.